so I know it's late, 8 o'clock. Probably nobody will watch this, but it's there for anyone who still have questions. Um, Here we go, and I know there's a couple of you who might actually use this. 11, x minus 11 equals 16. We're supposed to find the value of the variable. So how do you go about doing this? It's a subtraction equation. So I know that whatever x is going to be, it needs to be 16 more than 11. Okay. Another thing we can do is, because I know this is subtraction, we can add these two. They're all related. Think about fact families. So if I added 16 and 11, right? Um, because the x has to be 16 more than 11, I can add 16 and 11, and I can get 27, right? So if I get 27, I'm going to say that my x is 27. Is it right? I don't know. We'll check. So under substitution here, I'm going to substitute. I'll go 27 minus 11, and then I'm going to see if that equals 16. And 27 minus 11, if I subtract, it does equal 16. And look at my equation. My left side equals my right side, which is what I want. Okay. 60 equals 12 times the number. 1 second. Alexa, volume 2. So one way you can do this, an interesting way you can do this, is actually, remember what an equation is. It's two expressions equaling each other. So on one side you have 12 times x, and another you have 60. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to break 60 into two numbers, something times something, and one of them being 12. 12 times 5, and that's going to give 60, right? 12 times 5 is 60. And on the other side, it's 12 times x. So now, if these two expressions are exactly the same, look, on the left side I have a 12. On the right side I have a 12. And on the left side I have a 5. Guess what this is going to be? It has to be 5, because these two equations, these two expressions are exactly the same. So the left side, in this case, mirrors the right side. Okay, so my x value here is a 5. That's one way of doing it. Okay, another way of doing it is I'm looking for a number that multiplied by 12 equals 60, or what I can do is actually also divide 60 and 12, right? I can go 60 and divide that by 12, you'll get that it's 5. So for me, x equals 5. I'm going to substitute, so 60 equals 12 times 5, and let's see if that equals 60. So on the left side is already a 60, on the right side, I'm going to make sure it's 60, and there you go. Here, a number divided by 9 equals 6. I'm looking for a number that divided by 9 equals 6. So you can look at your division and multiplication. They're inversely related here. Okay, so one thing that you can do is a number divided by 9 equals 6. And you know there is a relationship between these three numbers. And you can work the other way around, which is go 9 times 6, which gives you 54, right? You can write another fact, 6 times 9 equals 54. These, like I said, these three numbers have a nice relationship here, this way multiplication. And using division, their relationship would be 54 divided by 9 equals 6, or 54 divided by 6 equals 9. So for this case, we can use this particular fact right here to solve our little problem here. So x equals 54. And we substitute here. 54 divided by 9 equals 6. On the right side, it's already a 6. On the left side, 54 divided by 9 is indeed 6. So my left side and my right side match each other. 13 minus x equals 100. So I'm looking for a number that's subtracted from 130 equals x. I'm sorry, a number subtracted from 130 equals. I'll try that again. A number subtracted from 130 equals 100. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. So now, fact families are always nice. That always comes in handy. So fact families. So do you have 130? Let's see. 130 minus x equals 100. Another thing that I can do with these three numbers and write 130 minus 100, is 30. So that's a fact of these three numbers. And I didn't have this 30. Okay, so how did I get this 30? I used the relationship between these two numbers first. 130 minus 100 is 30. Now I can write another relationship. 130 minus 30 equals 100. I can write, what else I can write as relationship? I can write, 100 plus 30 equals 130. And I can write, obviously, 30 plus 100, which is 130. So out of this, look how many facts I created. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the one that matches this particular equation is, and in that particular state, is this one right here. So 30 here is in the position of the x, so x equals 30. All right, so if you substitute, you get 130 minus x, minus 30 equals 100. 130 take away 30 is 100, which does equal 100 on the other side. Okay, so fact families really come in handy over here. Okay. This says 2.5 times a number we don't know equals 10. Okay, so again, we can use 2.5, just, 2.5. We can use, let's see, we can use division. Okay, this is multiplication. Multiplication and division are inversely related. So 2.5 times something equals 10. I don't know what that is. That something times 2.5 equals 10. So that doesn't help me, right? Let's try it. Let's use division. Our fact families from division. 10 divided by 2.5 is 4. Ooh, we get our third number. And then I can write 10 divided by 4 equals 2.5. So now that I know that my third number is a 4, I can come back here and fill it in. 4 times 2.5 equals 10, and 2.5 times 4 equals 10. And the one that is in this particular format is this one. 2.5, 2.5, and the x here in this case is going to be substituted by 4. So to us, x equals 4. So 2.5 times 4 equals 10. That's okay. And then 2.5, we want to multiply. Down here, multiply somewhere, just make sure there's 10, equals 10. 2.5 times 4 is 10, and the left equals the right. Excuse me. All right, next. This one, I think the trick here is to know how to read it. That says 1/3 of x equals 6. So, or 1/3 of a number that we don't know equals 6, or 1/3 of whatever you have. So let's assume you have a certain quantity of money in your wallet, and I say I like to take 1/3 of it. You would give me 6. So what did you have in your pocket? So one of the things that create a little bit of confusion is that's written this way. That can also be written like this. So if this makes it easier for you to understand, so here this says a number divided by 3 equals 6, whereas this says 1/3 of a number equals 6. So again, I know there were a couple of you who actually said that this, seeing it in this way, where it's a number divided by 3 equals 6, was a little bit easier to understand. Okay, but you still should know that that can be written in this manner as 1/3 of a number equals 6. All right, so again, I like fact families. You can help. You can create a lot of relationships and find which one. So again, this one I will also write it like this. Maybe that also it's even better. Number divided by 3 equals 6. Okay, so if you're going to do fact families, you can start writing a number divided by 3 is 6. That doesn't help me. A number divided by 6 equals 3. That doesn't help me. So these two are using the division. Let's use multiplication now. Now I can use 6 times 3 equals 18. And I can write 3 times 6 equals 18. Right? So there's our mystery number, 18. I can plug it in here. And I can plug it in here. So if you're going to use that, then we want to use this because this resembles this, right? The 3 is in the same position, the 6 is on the other side of the equal sign, and the 18 is in the place of the x. So x for us equals 18. So x over 3, 18 over 3 equals 6. And 18 over 3 is 6, so that is a check. I'm going to do it the other way on top. 1/3 of 18, does that equal 6? How will that equal 6? Well, it's a fraction and a whole number, so I want you to take the fraction, leave it as it is, and multiply it by 18 over 1. Change that to a fraction as well. 1 times 18 is 18, and at the bottom you get 3 times 1, which is 3. And if you simplify 18 over 3, you get 6, which is equal to 6. So either way, whether you see it this way or this way, you still get the same answer. Okay. There's more. Yeah. Let's see. 0.5 or half. 0.5 means half, or half times x. So if I take half of something, half 0.5, 0.5 times something equals 20, right? If I take half of something, if I multiply something by 0.5, which means, okay, you're going to be dividing it by 2, it's 20. So what can I take, divide by 2, to give me 20? So let's do fact family. Let's see if that helps you. Relationship. 0.5 times, well, I'm going to use a little x, times this mystery number equals 20. That didn't help me. This mystery number times 0.5 equals 20. That didn't help me. So the relationship here with multiplication didn't help me much, but let's use division. So let's go 20 divided by 0.5 equals our mystery number, right? So you could actually have to do this somewhere on the side. So 20, let's do it. 20 divided by 0.5. Remember, because this is a decimal, we're going to move one over, and you're going to, because you move one over here, you're going to move one over here, so this is going to be 200. So to clean it up, our problem is going to look like this. 200 divided by 5, well, 4 goes into 20. I'm sorry, 5 goes into 24 times. 0, bring that 0 down, and 5 goes to that 0 times. So my answer is 40. Okay, so now I can write one more fact family. 20 divided by 40 equals what? 0.5. So now that we know our third number, we can plug that number over here. And our mystery number ends up being 40. Right? So let's just say x equals 40. Let's substitute. 0.5 times 40 equals 20. And if you multiply 0.5 times 40, you indeed do get 20. And 20 equals 20. So explain your reasoning. Well, I set up fact families. All right. What was that? When I set up the relationship using division, okay, I was able to find the value of x. Value of x by, and remember how we found it? We did this. This is what helped us. By dividing 20 divided by 0.5, which gave us 40. Okay. Yeah, let's keep moving. Right, an equation for the operations below where the solution is g equals 5. So let's going to keep it simple. Let's see. 5 plus g equals 7. Would that work? If g equals 5, did I create an equation where oh, obviously not. Nope, I messed up. That's not what, and you don't need a 5, I need a 2 over here. 2 plus g equals 7. So if I took the g out and put 5 in its stead, would that give me 7? Let's see. 2 plus 5. Yeah, look at that. This is 7, which is 7 on this side. So I created this addition equation. Subtraction. Let's see. 8 minus g equals 3. So 8. So g is 5, right? So let's see if I substitute 8 minus 5 equals 3. 8 minus 5 is 3, which equals 3 on the other side. So that works. Let me do one where the variable comes first. So g minus 1 equals 4. Is that right? So if I substitute g was 5, would that give me 4? Let's see. 5 minus 1 equals 4. Yep, that works. And 5 minus 1 is 4. So both sides. A multiplication one. 7 times g equals 35. Is that true? If I substitute g for 5, let's see. 7 times 5 equals 35. And look at that. 35 equals 35. A division, I'm going to do 2. One where the variables are. Oh, so a number divided by 5. So 20 divided by g equals 4. So if I substitute, I got 20 divided by 5 equals 4. 20 divided by 5 is indeed 4, so that's okay. Another one's where I'm going to do is I'm going to put the variable on top. So let me put this as a fraction. G. I said, did I just say G? G. G over 5 equals 1. So if I substitute this, will I get 1? So G is 5, and over 5 equals 1, yes, because 5 over 5 is 1, and that's going to equal the other side. Okay, so there are my examples. Now I want something with 0. This one, okay, so again, keep it simple. No, not M. B plus 9 equals 0. No, B plus 9 equals 9, right? So is that true? Yeah, well, if I substitute 0 plus 9, I will indeed get 9. Okay, so that's my equation right here, b plus 9. Subtraction, 10 minus b equals 10. It's true because b is 0, so 10 minus 0 is 10. Okay. Multiplication, wow. Why did I pick 0 as a value? 3 times b equals 0. 3 times b, which is 0, is 0. Is that true? Well, this is 0, so it's 0 on the other side. Division. Division, you have to be careful, actually, okay? Because, let's see, b over 3 equals 0. So, if I substitute, I get 0 over 3 equals 0. Is that true? Now, think about what this says. I have $0, and I want to give it to, I want to divide that among 3 people. Will that mean that everybody gets 0? Yes. So 0 divided by 3 is 0 because everybody gets 0. The first person gets 0, the second person gets 0, and the third person gets 0. Careful. Now, let's do this. Let's do 3 divided by 0. Would that equal, you can't divide. If I have $3 and I want to divide among 0 people, it really can't happen. It just doesn't work. How do you divide $3 among 0 people? What's the answer to that? Okay, so in this case, the answer is undefined. All right, dividing 0 by something, it's okay. Dividing something by 0, not okay. It's a little bit different. Okay. Ooh, there's more. Ooh, yikes. All right, so that says a half, and again, 1/2, and I'm going to write this like this. Something divided by 2 equals 1/8. Okay, or something divided by 2 equals 1/8. I think it's easier if you see it this way. Because if you're going to create fact families, this might be the better way to think of it. So remember fact families. Here's one fact. this divided by 2 equals 1/8. I can say also that mystery number divided by 1/8 equals 2. But that doesn't help me find that mystery number, right? So let's use multiplication. So in multiplication, I'm going to go 2 times 1/8 is going to be our mystery number, right? And that I can actually do. So 2 times 1/8, 2, I'm going to put it over 1, become a fraction. On top, 2 times 1 is 2, and 1 times 8 is 8. 2 over 8 simplifies. If I divide the top by 2 and the 8 by 2 again, that gives me 1/4. So 2 times 1/8 equals 1/4, and that's our mystery number. And the other fact that I can write is 8 times, I can write 1/8 times 2 equals 1/4. Same thing, right? Commutative property. So our mystery number ends up being 1/4. So over here, I can come and replace these two x's with 1/4 divided by 2 equals 1/8. 1/4 divided by 1/8 is 2. And we want this particular fact, which is it's in the same setup as this one, right? The x is going to be replaced by 1/4, and the 2, right, it's the same position as 2, and 1/8 is on that side. So our mystery number, x equals 1/4. Last one, again, if you want to set it up like this, okay, you may, so this might help you again. So fact family, let's start. So I know that this divided by 3 is 0.6. I also know that I can write x divided by 0.6 equals 3, but that doesn't help us find our mystery number. So let's turn to multiplication. In multiplication, I'm going to multiply 3 times 0.6, which is going to give us 1.8. 0.6 times 3 is also going to give us 1.8. So there's our number. Okay. So x here is going to be replaced by 1.8, right? 1.8 divided by 3 is 0.6. 1.8 divided by 0.6 is 3. Which one of these two do we want? We want this one because this and this have the same meaning. Okay. So, and x is going to be 1.8. And then you can substitute and check. I'm not going to go through all that. Okay. So, in your explanation at the bottom, you can say that you use fact families, okay, and you use the relationship, the multiplication relationship to find. You multiply 3 times 0.6, right, to give us that the value of x over here. Okay, is that it? Ooh, there's more. And same thing here. Okay, write a one-step division equation using a variable n where one side of the equation equals 12. So, what happened? No. Okay. Here we go. So, write a one-step division equation. So you want a division equation where using the variable m, where one side of the equation, so something equals 12, and we got to use m divide. So let's keep this simple. How about m divided by something equals 12? What? M divided by 3 equals 12. You can write it like that. You can also write it like that. M divided by 3 equals 12. So all these two have the same meaning. And that's it. It's not even asking us to solve find the value of m. So this would have been okay. Yeah, that's it. That's all they're asking us. Okay, that's it. Hopefully that helped if you forgot anything from what we did today. Okay, so the idea here is it's to use, I guess, not specifically fact, but logic, reasoning to help us find the value of the variable. We're not yet solving the way that it's more commonly used, but this is definitely something that will help you understand how to find the value of the variable. Okay.